From a dog who saved his owner from drowning to a cat that helped its owner escape a house fire, here are 10 pets that saved their owners' lives. Number 10. The dog that saved its owner from drowning. Meet Buddy, an adorable golden retriever who without hesitation jumped into action when his owner Evan went missing near a riverbank. It was a sunny afternoon in July and Evan had taken his dog for a walk along the banks of the River Don in Scotland. But as they enjoyed the scenic views, Evan lost his footing and toppled headfirst into the fast-flowing water. Buddy immediately jumped into the rushing current and managed to grab Evan's t-shirt with his teeth, keeping him from being swept further downstream. Evan admittedly was the best swimmer, so Buddy's quick reactions were crucial in preventing a more serious incident. Despite the choppy waters, Buddy stayed tenaciously by Evan's side, refusing to let go until help arrived. Thanks to Buddy's heroism, Evan was eventually pulled to safety and both were reunited with Evan's wife Laura, who had raised the alarm after noticing they had not returned home from their walk. At first Evan thought Buddy had sadly drowned, but instead he was greeted by the wet dog who had moved from the spot where he had rescued his owner. Overjoyed and overwhelmed with gratitude, Evan described Buddy as an everyday hero and lauded his brave actions which had potentially saved his life. 9. The cat that saved her owner's life. Ginger is a feral cat that somehow developed a close bond with her caregiver Lisa Kuban. One day while Lisa was cleaning out the litter box of her senior cat Pepper, she felt something hard and sharp in the feces, and when she picked it up, she realized it was a small polished stone. Thinking nothing of it, she tossed it aside. But later that day, she started experiencing severe abdominal cramps and was rushed to the hospital by her worried husband. At the emergency room, doctors discovered that the stone that Lisa accidentally ingested had perforated her bowel, causing a potentially fatal ruptured bowel obstruction. Had it not been for the timely intervention of Ginger, who clearly hadn't meant any harm by placing the stone in the litter box, Lisa may well have breathed her last. As it was, thanks to Ginger's alertness, doctors were able to save her life through emergency surgery. 8. The tortoise that saved her owner's son from drowning. When 2-year-old Sam got a little too close to the pond on his family's property, it was lucky that his pet tortoise Shelley was there to help. Without hesitation, Shelley slithered over to the edge of the pond and gently nibbled on Sam's t-shirt, quickly pulling him back from the water's edge and saving him from drowning. Sam's mother Rachel had been inside the house at the time, and when she heard the splash followed by Shelley's alarms, she rushed outside to find the boy in distress. Recognizing the danger of the situation, Rachel quickly reached in and pulled Sam to safety, avoiding a potential tragedy. Grateful for Shelley's quick reactions, Rachel praised her reptile friend for saving Sam's life and keeping him safe. The footage of the rescue was captured by a security camera and quickly went viral, showcasing the incredible bond between the tortoise and the toddler. 7. The horse that saved his owner from a mountain lion attack. While hiking in the Santa Monica Mountains with his horse Dusty by his side, California Park Ranger Mark Upperton suddenly found himself under attack by a mountain lion. Startled by the appearance of a human, the mountain lion swiped at Mark and knocked him to the ground, leaving him dazed and vulnerable. But before the wildcat could do any real damage, Dusty without hesitation charged toward the mountain lion, biting it and sending it running. Although Mark had suffered minor injuries, he was able to return home and recover. In a heart-pounding dash cam footage released by authorities, you can see the terrifying moment the mountain lion appears seemingly out of nowhere and attacks Mark. If it weren't for Dusty's heroic actions, the outcome of the encounter could have been much more grave. Number 6. The border collie who saved his owner from a bee attack. When 12-year-old Harry Street accidentally upset a bee's nest while playing in the garden of his family home, his pet dog Striker without hesitation jumped into action to protect him. Knowing that Harry is highly allergic to bee stings and that a single sting could potentially be fatal, Striker began licking Harry's face vigorously, which not only distracted the bees, but also helped remove some of the insects that had already stung him. Thanks to Striker's quick reactions, Harry was able to make it inside and his parents immediately called for an ambulance. At the hospital, it was confirmed that Harry's life was saved by Striker's heroism, as his allergies were so severe that even a single sting could have led to anaphylactic shock. Hailed as a hero dog, Striker received a special award for his bravery and selflessness in saving his young owner's life. Number 5. The pig that saved her owner from a house fire. When a fire broke out in the home of Margaret Bramble, she had no idea that her pet pig Penelope would become her saving grace. Although Margaret had sought to move out after falling on hard times, her plans were dashed when the dry vent caught fire in the laundry room, filling the house with smoke and flames. Trapped inside, she begged for help, but no one was around to assist her. Just when all hope seemed lost, Penelope decided to take matters into her own little hooves. The pig opened the back door and led Margaret to safety, saving her life and becoming a true hero in the process. 4. The clever dog who saved her owner from carbon monoxide poisoning. When Carol again fell victim to carbon monoxide poisoning in her home, her pet dog Champy, sensing that something was wrong, stayed by her side until help arrived. Initially, Carol had no idea that the gas heater in her home was producing carbon monoxide, a colorless and odorless gas that can be fatal in high concentrations. But as the days passed, she started to feel weak and dizzy, suspecting that she might be coming down with the flu. What Carol didn't realize was that she was actually suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning. Fortunately, her loyal dog Champy stayed by her side throughout the day, refusing to leave her side and staying by her bed all night. When Carol's son Adam came to visit and noticed that she seemed unwell, he called for an ambulance. At the hospital, it was confirmed that Carol had been suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning and that Champy's loyalty had potentially saved her life. 3. The cat who saved her owner from a house fire. When a fire broke out in the home of Christine Gregory, her pet cat Ginger jumped into action to save her. Although Christine had fallen asleep on the sofa while watching TV, she was quickly awoken by the sound of crackling flames and the smell of smoke. When she looked toward the kitchen, she saw that a pan of cooking oil had caught fire and the entire room was now engulfed in flames. Realizing that she had only seconds to get to safety, Christine rushed toward the door but was almost overcome by the smoke. That's when Ginger jumped onto her shoulder and started meowing loudly, guiding her to safety. Thanks to Ginger's quick reactions, Christine was able to escape the burning building and survive the blaze. 2. The horse who saved her owner from a falling tree. When Tracy Cutlaw was severely injured by a falling tree limb while walking her horse Prince through the forest, she had no idea that her horse would soon become her saving grace. The large branch fell across Tracy's legs and pinned her to the ground, leaving her unable to move and in severe pain. But when Prince tried to free her by nipping at the branch, it rolled away, giving Tracy enough space to breathe and yell for help. Unfortunately, no one was around to hear her calls and it seemed that she would be trapped there forever. But then Prince returned and stayed by Tracy's side, comforting her and keeping her spirits up until help finally arrived. At the hospital, Tracy was diagnosed with a broken patella and a severe laceration to her knee, but she was reunited with Prince and hailed him as a true hero for saving her life. Number 1. The dog who saved her owner from lightning strike. When Cheryl Del Sangro was struck by lightning while walking her dog Sparky in the park, she had no idea that her pet would become her saving grace. The lightning bolt hit Cheryl directly, knocking her unconscious and leaving her in critical condition. But thanks to Sparky's quick reactions, she was able to make a full recovery. Sparky immediately began licking Cheryl's face and barking loudly, alerting other people to the situation and getting them to call for help. Although Cheryl was in a coma for several days, Sparky stayed by her side the entire time, refusing to leave her hospital bed. Because of Sparky's heroism, Cheryl was able to make a full recovery and she and her dog were reunited to the joyous bark of a very happy dog. Which of these pets do you think is the most heroic? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing stories.